Good day, everybody. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. Welcome to my show, DYOR Now, a show about the news that's going on now. It's not my DYOR Live show, which I do about long-form topics and have interviews and that type of stuff. We're going to get a quick topic out today. Yesterday, as you can see, I did this show, a video about BRICS, and saying, nope, it's not going to happen, can't happen. It's just, I give you 4 reasons and a bonus why it wasn't going to work. I'll tell you what, I got a lot of pushback from that from people about that, and said yes, but they can do the gold standard. Why can't it succeed if it's on the gold standard? Well, the BRICS currency backed by gold. Backed by gold here. We got the gold, and we got the old California miner here. This will come into play here in a minute. Let's see if we got any. There we go. All right, so the question becomes, a BRICS currency backed by gold. Can that happen? Sounds like a good idea, but is it? Why did the rest of the world leave the gold standard, and for that matter, the silver standard, over a half century ago? The U.S. left it in 1972. Why don't they still use it? Well, the reason is because it doesn't work. It doesn't work in modern times, and it also could possibly be the largest ecological disaster to have ever happened in the Earth, really, since the comets killed the dinosaurs. Seriously. Seriously. Let me get the comments out here. We've got Ritesh is online here. Thanks for Ritesh for tuning in. Let's see if I can get that out here. See if I can get his comment up on the screen. Oh, sorry, Ritesh. I scrolled you off the screen, so I can't bring your comment up. But thank you for watching. But Tom, why could this possibly be the largest ecological disaster to have ever happened to the Earth? And why can't the BRICS countries form a currency based on gold? Now think about it, ladies and gentlemen. What's the price of gold right now? 14, 1500. I don't even know what the price of gold is. Let's see what it is. Price of gold. It's about let's just call it $2,000 an ounce. It's below that, but that's just a nice round number for our discussion today. What happens? What happens if all these countries move to the gold standard? What happens to that? Everybody says, well, they need to mine and warehouse enough gold to match the size of their treasury and the value of their currency to maintain that value. That's a lot of gold. China is a very large economy right now and a very large government with a huge budget and spending. For that matter, India is too. Russia is not very big at all. Russia, just think about Russia as the same economy as the size of New York. It's not that big. But when added, if 20 other countries all join together, the BRICS currency union could be fairly large, just like the EU is, and that type of stuff. But the EU is based on their economy, not on gold. What happens? Tell me, people, what happens if 1.4 billion Indians, 1.4 billion Chinese people, and another billion people in these other countries suddenly see the value of gold? And not only that, but if all these countries buy the gold, there's not enough gold to go around. People say, well, it doesn't matter if there's not enough. The value of it will go up to represent the available supply. Okay, so the value goes up. Imagine the price of gold. Imagine China, India, and Russia, and all these countries go on the gold standard. At least for amongst a currency that they trade between each other. The price of gold, so just say it, we'll be conservative in 10x's, goes to $20,000 an ounce. $20,000 an ounce for gold. Do you know how fast every citizen in all these countries would race out into the hills, like this guy right here, and mine the absolute beep out of their environment? They would rape every river, every hillside, every brook, creek, nook and nanny of the entire country they live in, looking for that gold. You say, well, Tom, they don't do that now. Well, they don't do that now because the average, let's just use India as an example. Price of gold on the spot market is $1,400. That's not the price miners sell it for. Miners sell it for a lot less. And I don't know the intricacies of it, but I do know how it works in certain areas, especially amongst poor countries. Say a miner in India, he's going through his little river with his pot, gets a little chunk of gold, and on the spot market, it would be worth $2,000. That would change that person's life forever, or not forever, but for that day right there. A couple ounces of gold and little thing, suddenly he's got $10,000. He doesn't get to sell it for $10,000. He sells it for a few dollars. I don't know the actual amount, to someone who controls that area, the rights to that area, whether legal or not. And that person aggregates that with the people around him and sells it to the local warlord. The local warlord sells it to the first level of the jewelry company or gold company. And then that company then sells it to the manufacturers and so forth. So, and each one has a markup. The person that mines it's a very low amount. Now, let's change the situation up. Let's change it up. What if the miner can go and get his little amount of gold and go directly to the bank and get $20,000? Imagine that. Imagine it's like the lottery happening every day in every river and every lake, every hillside, every mine shaft, everywhere across the world. It would be a disaster. It would be an ecological disaster of unimaginable proportions. And I challenge anyone to tell me that would not be the case. That no, they'll put rules in banning the possession of it. How fast would a black market spring up? Yeah, come on, guys. So you want to know why BRICS and gold can't happen? That's why. There's too many people, the economies are too large, and there's not enough gold, and it's too hard to get out of the earth. There's not enough of it, ladies and gentlemen. And if there was enough of it, the value of it would plummet, and it wouldn't be valuable in the first place. Now that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all for BRICS and gold on DYOR Now. I really appreciate all of you that tune in for these little shorts. We're trying to beat the algorithm here at its own game and get people while they're sitting on the crapper watching on our videos. So once again, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad you tuned in. Pay attention to our show, DYOR Live, Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked, and of course our new little ditty show here, DYOR Now. Be there!